In this video, I'm going to go over the text box. So if you open up the editor, you're going to get a default message on here. So with this default message, if you click on it, you can do a few things with it right off the bat. You can just take it and drag it around and move it where you want. So I like to just kind of center it. This little yellow handle over here, this changes the size of it. So we also automatically change the size of the font. So depending on how big you make it, you can play with the different sizing on here. So just for demonstration's sake, I'm going to do this 3 over here. And the reason why I'm going to do that is so if in the message box, if you go ahead and right click on it, you're going to see edit text. And with the editing text, there's a tab over here. So the tab, you can change a few things. You can change the font size. So you can say let make it 70, or if you want to make it smaller, you can make it 20, depending on what size you want it. The default is 50, so I'm just going to leave it there. There's a color here. So with the color, you can change the color of the messages, or not the message, but the text. So I'm just going to put it back to black. And then there's a few different fonts here that we have. So you can make it look kind of cartoony if you want, cartoonist cookie. This is more standard. This is just more bold. And then the default is replay bold. So I'm just going to put that in there. And then over here is going to be the alignment. So you can make it left, you can make it centered, or you can make it right. So default is centered. Now over here is you can see that there's different colors, and we can make the colors. Right now, you kind of have to code. You have to do the color tags, but we're working on this to make it easier. So you can just select the text, and then you can change the color. But for now, if you wanted to choose a color, these are standard HTML tags, open and close, and you close it with a forward slash. But if you look over here, you'll see red, and then you close it red. If you don't close it, then what's going to happen is that it's going to do everything else from the end of that. So if you only want that particular message, or not message, letters to be read, then you have to open and close the color tag. And so all the primary colors are in here. So, red, blue, green, orange, purple, yellow. So those are all in here. And we'll put a little legend in here soon that you can see that. So now to close this, you can do one or two ways. You can either hit this X box over here, or you can just hit the escape key. And if you have the escape key, it'll just close it out. So the default message on the board, this is what's going to show up on the uh, on the student interface, or in the classroom interface. Now, if you wanted to create your own text, what you can do is you can go over here to basic, grab this, bring it in over here, and it's going to be the same thing where you can edit text, and you can just put there you go. So let's just say I want to make this blue, and for this one, it wouldn't matter, but let's just say I want to make it 30. So I'm just going to hit escape. And now I have this, and I can take this, and I can move it around however you want. So, and when you spin an object, it kind of indexes into 45 degrees. So you'll notice it'll just kind of lock in at every 45-degree angle. So it just makes it nice and easy to get the right position. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete this. So this is the text object. The message board over here. This is going to be the default text um, when you hit play. And then the other thing too is that if you want to grab a text box, you can just pull it in over here, and you can have as many as you want. So this is the text box.